Hey everybody, it's Tracy Longo, owner of Guitar Tech Corner here in Ventura, California. And I want to show you some cool new super glues and the stuff that I've been using recently from Gear Up Products. I've been using super glue for over 30 years, and I'm just finishing up a fret refret on this Vantage Electric, and he wanted some jumbo frets. And once you clip the frets, you have to smooth them out with a file and then sand the edge of the fingerboard, and you cut into the finish no matter what. That's what's going to happen. So you have to touch up the finish somehow with lacquer or super glues. I've been using super glues for a long time. This product that came out with this Glue Boost accelerator that you see right there is just absolutely incredible. Now I'm using the finish right here, you can see, and this I put onto a Q-tip and I untwist it a little bit to give it a little more area for the glue to penetrate. And I start with my sealer coat. And so I've sanded it at about 320 grit just to get everything nice and level, so I didn't want to bore you with the filing and the sanding process. And I'm doing the first sealer coat right now. This is the tricky one. You want to get this on there nice and clean and not have it stick. And one thing I love about this glue, it gives me just enough working time. Now Q-tips are wound, so you can unwind them to get a little more surface area, or you can wind them back up to get less surface area. So I like an in between. And then I'll actually put the super glue on away from the bench so I don't drop it onto my carpet and get any hard spots on the carpet. Now we're going to do the second application. So the first one, I already sprayed the Glue Boost accelerator, which is an incredible accelerator. It doesn't foam, it doesn't leave any white marks like the old stuff that I've been using for the past 30 years. It's incredible. It dries so fast. I mean, I'm ready to go for another coat already. So I start from the other direction this time, and I'm just kind of looking for any high and low areas, just trying to fill them up and make sure everything gets nice and consistent, and then come back with the accelerator again. And I'm going to take 320-bit sandpaper here. First I touch it to make sure it's not tacky, and it's already dry just that fast. It's amazing. So I'm just doing a light sanding with 320 just to kind of get everything smoothed out. A lot of times I'll use a sanding block, but with this free cut paper that I use, it's pretty sturdy, so if I fold it back on itself, I get a really good stable level surface. And I'll move up to 400, 600 to 800. And the thing about it is you want to keep a nice even motion as you're going back and forth. If you haven't done a lot of refrets, you're going to want to use a sanding block, and you're going to want to tape off the back of the finish on the back of the fingerboard. But I've done hundreds and hundreds of these, so it's just natural for me. One thing I want to tell you is the process that it took for me to do this whole thing was less than 10 minutes. Now, about 15, 20 years ago, when I was using lacquer and many other products, shellac, French polishing, it'd take me 2 hours. I'd have to wait for everything to dry and come back, put another coat on there, let it dry, and then wet sand it the next day. So here I am brushing it off. This is 10 minutes. I've already done the other side. Both sides, I just finished taking it over to the buffing wheel, and I'm going to put a little bit of polish here onto this rag. And just, it's microfiber cloth. I love them. And just kind of wipe off the buffing compounder here, and you'll see a couple close-ups of the final product. There's one right there, and it's professional. It's amazing. It penetrates great. It gives a nice luster. It fills in all the gaps underneath the frets, so they're not going to pop out on you. And well, what can I say? I've been waiting for 30 years for this, and I love it.